Hey yogis, welcome to today's yoga flow. I've had so many requests for help with low back pain and hip pain, and so I'm combining the two because with so much sitting, whether at work, home, the car, or school, we're placing those joints and those muscles under constant flexion, causing them to become shortened and tight. So in this flow, we're going to enhance a lot of blood circulation to help promote healing to those areas. If it helps, grab some blocks. That's what I use in this flow. You can also use a chair, some pillows, just something to reduce that pressure and weight in those joints. So meet me on your mat and let's get started. Begin lying on your mat for a reclining warm-up. These movements will give you a sense of the range of motion of your hips, as well as movements that cause immediate pain, which will be very useful information as you explore other positions throughout this flow. First set of movements is a dynamic vinyasa. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, left knee to chest. Inhale, rotate that knee to the outside and stretch out your right arm. Exhale, move your left knee to the opposite side for a twist. Inhale, knee to chest and extend the leg. Exhale, bring the knee back in. Inhale, arms overhead and release your leg. Now on the other side. Exhale, right knee to chest. Inhale, rotate that knee to the outside and outstretch your left arm. Exhale, rotate that knee to the opposite side for a twist. Inhale, knee to chest and extend the leg. Exhale, bring the knee back in. Inhale, arms overhead and release your leg. We'll do one more on each side. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, open to the outside and extend your right arm. Exhale, twist. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, release with arms overhead. Exhale, right knee in. Inhale, open to the right side. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, release. Next, with arms by your sides, experiment with dynamic snow angel legs. Bring your legs close together. Inhale and spread your legs wide on the floor without rolling your thighs in or out. Exhale and return your legs back to center. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale, spread your legs wide without rolling your thighs. Exhale, return to center. Inhale, spread your legs wide. Exhale, return to center. Finally, explore dynamic locust pose by rolling onto your belly. On your inhalation, lift your chest and then one leg off the floor without bending your knees. On an exhale, release everything back to the floor. And then repeat on the other side. Inhale, raise the chest and leg off the floor, no bend. Exhale, release. One more time each side. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Exhale, release. If these 3 movements felt good to you, or they were about at your breaking point, you may choose to finish the rest of your practice repeating the movements. Otherwise, move into child's pose with me. Keeping your hip joints as mobile as you can and the low back strong will help you decrease pain, prolong future surgeries, and release any pent-up emotion that we so often carry in this part of our body. I'd like to set an intention for my practice at this time, and I invite you to do the same. Intention ideas for this practice include being free from harmful relationships, finding physical and emotional joy, embracing personal creativity, once you've set your intention, rise to tabletop. And let's warm up that low back with a good cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin for cow. Exhale, arch the spine and squeeze the abs for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Then return to a neutral spine. Exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, down dog. Hold here for several breaths, sinking the heels into the floor. We can imagine our hips as a bowl filled with water. It takes balance to make sure nothing spills. Some life choices and habits throw us out of balance and spill our water, like wearing high heels, which shift the body's balance and tip the hips forward, or slouching on the couch, which tips the hips backward and bends the lower back and impresses the spine. Focus on keeping your hips parallel for the majority of this practice and throughout the rest of your day so that we're not spilling any water. On your next exhale, swing the left leg forward into a low lunge. Bring the left arm to the inside and inch your foot out towards the edge of your mat. You may drop the knee here if you need to. We will take a revolved low lunge by placing our left hand on our leg, moving our right hand closer to the center, and twisting our torso. This will transition into lizard low lunge. If you have yoga blocks, you may place your elbows on top of these blocks. Keep your hips lined up parallel to each other. To get deeper into the right psoas, lift the back knee into a high lunge. Release your knee to the mat, remove the block, and inch your left foot across your body so it's in line with your right hip. Breathing into pigeon pose. Check that your back knee is in line with your hip and front your left foot to protect your ankle. This just means you point your foot and flex your toes back. For a deeper stretch, sink forward. You may also place your block underneath that left hip if you have too much space between you and the mat. Another variation we'll take together is modified pigeon. Bring your left knee below the left hip and tabletop, and then stretch the right leg over the left and as far to that side as possible. When ready, tuck your right knee so it's just slightly overlapping with your left. Sit back, front your feet in opposite directions for cow face. If this is immediately too much on your hips, you can do the same thing lying down. You just cross your legs and grab each foot, adjusting the stretch. If you want a challenge, lean forward and work on having both sits bones on the ground. Sit up and untwist your legs so far that they start to twist in the opposite direction and rise for plank facing the back wall. If the maneuver was confusing, I'll do it once more. And then we'll repeat the sequence on the other side. Exhale, down dog. Swing the right leg forward into a low lunge. Drop the knee if you want. Bring the right arm to the inside and inch your right foot out towards the edge of your mat. Revolved low lunge, right hand on leg, bringing the left hand into center and twist. Grab a block for lizard low lunge. Keep hips parallel to each other. Lift the back knee into a high lunge. You can definitely play with different levels of your block depending on how high you need to be. Release knee to mat, remove the block, and inch your right foot across your body for pigeon pose. Check that your back knee is in line with your hip. Front your right foot. Place your block underneath that right hip if you need. For modified pigeon, bring your right knee into a tabletop and stretch the left leg over the right. For cow face pose, bring your left knee overlapping with your right, sit back and front the feet. If this is too much, take lying cow face. If you're sitting, keep both sits bones on the mat and lean forward to deepen the stretch. Begin to untwist the legs, twisting them in the opposite direction and then flipping over to plank, facing the front wall. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, bend that left knee and stack the hips. Breathe here. On your next exhale, take a low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, open up to the side for star pose, creating an X with your body. Begin to bend at the knees and take Namaste Mudra for goddess pose. We'll hold this pose for several breaths, so make sure that your toes and knees are in line and not caved in. Work to bring your thighs parallel to the ground, but don't force it. Tuck your tailbone in slightly. Keep a straight spine. To release, twist back to the front of the room into a low lunge. Watch that your front foot is in line with your hip. Step back for down dog. Inhale, the right leg high. Exhale, bend the knee and stack the hips. On your next exhale, take a low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms overhead. Exhale, open up to the side for star pose, pointing the toes outward. Bend at the knees, bringing the thighs close to parallel if you can, and take Namaste Mudra for goddess pose. Check that your toes and knees are in line. Keep a straight spine. To release, twist back to the front of the room into a low lunge, watching that your front foot's in line with your hip. Exhale, step back for down dog. Release onto your knees for hero's pose. Transition into a seated position with a straight spine. Take the left leg and bend it to a 45-degree angle, with your knee pressed on the ground in front of you. Stack the right leg on top of the left. Line up your right ankle to the left knee and the right knee to the left ankle. This is fire log pose. If you find that this position is too difficult, you can use blocks as support to lighten the pose. If it's too easy, you may also lean forward. Straighten the left leg in front of you and place your right foot over your left leg up by your thigh. We will finish this half Lord of the Fishes pose by bringing your left arm and use it to pull your knee closer to your chest, creating a hip stretch and spinal twist. Release both legs to the mat. Inhale the arms high overhead and exhale, lean forward, reaching for your toes. Inhale, slowly straighten the spine, bringing the arms overhead. And exhale, release to touch your toes. We can add variety to these rowing motions by bending the right leg and completing about 2 more rolling toe touches. Tight hamstrings are a common cause of lower back pain, and if you have a desk job, you're at risk for both. Perform the seated forward fold like these several times a day to help release the tension and pain. This next pose has several names. I will call it a seated number 4. Bend your right knee and bring your left ankle to your right knee. You should feel this stretch in your hips. Place both hands slightly behind you, and pushing from your right foot, raise your hips to reverse tabletop. This is an excellent heart opener. Release back to a seated number 4. If you want a deeper stretch, use your hands to walk your straight back closer to your hips. And breathe into this. Inhale, open up the heart, lifting the hips. Exhale, release and stretch. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, release. We'll switch to the right side now for fire log pose. Bring in the right leg bent on the ground and aligning your left leg with it like so. Move into half Lord of the Fishes by straightening the right leg and moving your left foot to the opposite side like I'm doing here. Grab your knee and pull it into your chest. Release both legs to the mat and roll into your toe touches. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach forward. Bend the left leg and do 2 more rolling toe touches at your own pace. Take seated number 4, bending the left knee and placing the right ankle on the knee. Inhale, raise the hips and lift off with the arms and planted foot. Exhale, release. Walking the hands forward for a deeper stretch. Inhale into that heart opener. Exhale, release. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. Untangle the legs and slowly lower your back to your mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Raise your legs into the air and grab each foot in your hand for a happy baby pose. Really bend the knees here so you're getting a good stretch in those hamstrings, hips, glutes, lower back, the whole thing. You can gently rock back and forth to massage out the spine. Smile here as you recognize your body and your intention. Complete today's flow with a spinal twist or any other pose that your body needs at this time. And then surrender to your mat for final Savasana. You've done amazing today. I always release so much emotion whenever I work my hips and low back. If that was difficult or not what you expected, congratulate yourself for taking this space for yourself today. Very few people do that anymore. Concentrate on your breath as you sink deeper into the mat. Acknowledge any floating or nagging thoughts, and then let them go. See the world in its bigger picture, and know that you have within you the resources for a joyful mindset. Begin to bring your awareness back to the space. Slowly roll up and meet me seated on your mat. Putting our hands in Namaste Mudra, we bring our thumbs first to our third eye for wisdom to see things as they really are. To our lips, for the ability to speak truth and kind words. And to our hearts, for the love in which we should treat everything around us, especially ourselves. Namaste. Nicely done, yogis. Hopefully you enjoyed that as much as I did. I hope that you also had a release of emotion and you were able to find healing both physically, mentally, and spiritually there. If you have any other requests for what you'd like my next video to be, I'm on the road right now just thinking of all sorts of ideas, and so I would love some help and some suggestions. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, and I'll see you next time. Oh, it's not that bad.